Tomorrow, Monday, November 21st, 2022, I think we're going to see another really big player in this cryptocurrency space, in the centralized custodian side of this cryptocurrency space, go down. That's right, Genesis Trading, one of the largest platforms that institutional investors use to get exposure to cryptocurrencies. And for those of you who need a quick refresh, institutional investors are those who are managing and trading funds for other people, basically. And so Genesis Trading handled billions of dollars, like tens of billions of dollars for their lending, for their trading, and their custody services. They recently stopped withdrawals a few days ago, saying that they're going to have a plan to come out of this, right? Their plan was to ask for a $1 billion loan, and they've presented this opportunity to a lot of different investors in cryptocurrency, like Galaxy Digital with Mike Novogratz, also the Gemini twins, and no one is taking it. No one is interested either, because they themselves are struggling just to hang on now and they don't have $1 billion to spare, or they're seeing what's happening with Genesis and they don't want anything to do with it. So either way, it's not looking good for Genesis. And in another company, also in the digital currency group, like Genesis, Grayscale. Grayscale is, they have the product, the GBTC, which currently is trading at like a 40% discount to the price of Bitcoin. Man, it's on sale. But maybe for a reason, and that is this new trend that's happening with centralized exchanges to show proof of reserves or proof of funds to try in an effort to provide more transparency to what's happening behind closed doors of their private databases of these centralized exchanges. A lot of them are showing how much they actually have in their cold storage by just providing the wallet address. Grayscale is refusing to do this, and they're saying their reason for this is because doing this would sacrifice the security and put the user's funds at risk. Here's what I think is really happening. It's one of two bad options. The first reason, the real reason why they're doing this, is because they actually don't have any reserves, or it's much different than what they're actually publicly reporting, or they're right, and just exposing their wallet addresses, their security is so fragile that the exposure of these addresses would actually put their users at risk. So they either don't have what they say they have, or they have very bad security practices, unfortunately. I hope that I'm wrong, but going the way that it's been in any kind of centralized platform, custody platform, like I said in the last couple videos, they admit what they have to and they deny what they can, because that's what a good defense criminal lawyer is going to tell them to do, unfortunately. And that's what we're seeing play out time and time again. Also, just a little bit more catching up on what's happening with FTX, because we can't go a day without talking about more news that's coming out about FTX and the domino effect, unfortunately, of who exactly is, had exposure negatively to FTX. There's a number of companies that, again, either had funds there or they were invested in them, and this downfall of FTX has caused them to actually declare bankruptcy. Do you guys have any idea how many companies this is involving? I've seen numbers that range from 120 to 134 companies that are now declaring bankruptcy because of their exposure to FTX. But there are a few individuals who are looking to capitalize on the downfall of FTX. The first one, of course, being the hacker. If it isn't actually the Bahamian government, the hacker is now dumping Ethereum, like 50,000 Ethereum for wrapped Bitcoin. So that's probably why the price of Ethereum is definitely tanking compared to most other altcoins or cryptocurrencies right now. Additionally, wrapped Bitcoin, their liquidity is just popping off, especially if they're going to be a liquidity provider on DeFi or decentralized exchange. We'll see what's happening with these funds, what they plan to do with them. Regardless, any interaction with these coins and decentralized exchanges or DeFi platforms is proving that platforms, number one, decentralization, and number two, censorship resistance. So there's a thumbs up there for you guys. The other player in the game that is trying to benefit off of what's happening with FTX is, who would have thought, Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse is definitely showing interest in wanting to buy either the assets, if FTX has any assets, or just other parts of their business that have to do with the users. They're interested in making that purchase. So is this Brad Garlinghouse trying to put up a front of confidence, of success in this bear market? I mean, we saw Sam Bankman-Fried do this like 4 months ago. We've seen Binance try to step in and say they're going to be buying FTX, and then they back out of that deal. So what does Brad Garlinghouse actually see in FTX that is profitable for him to invest in? I don't know, but it's really interesting seeing him pop into this situation, especially regarding their current lawsuit with the SEC. It is wrapping up soon, so I think in the next at least 6 months, we're going to be seeing an outcome of this lawsuit, probably much sooner than that. But what has happened with the lawsuit between Library and the SEC? Library lost. It's been declared a security. And what's going to happen? What kind of precedent does that set for Ripple? We're going to have to see. But announcements like this, you have to be a little skeptical to see about. I know the XRP community is not going to like my remarks on this one, but in all honesty, how can you trust anyone's words at this point? You got to see what actions they actually take. So if they actually end up happening, then great. If not, what was the point of this announcement? I think he was trying to show a front of confidence and success when it seems like everything else is burning down. But really, the only thing that's burning down, just so we're clear, are all the centralized custodian platforms, all the things that crypto was designed to mitigate, so that you don't actually have to involve a third party with the custody of your coins. You can be your own bank. You can send, receive, manage, store your own cryptocurrencies yourself without needing to trust anyone else or involve them whatsoever. That's the beauty of cryptocurrencies. If you want to know how to do that, please check out all the links for the videos down below in the video description. I also have links for hardware wallet options like Ledger and Trezor. There's many others as well, but those are the only two that I use personally and I'm comfortable recommending myself on this channel. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed these videos, I appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe. If you want to check out even more information on what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies and why, you get access to our portfolio updates, market updates, trade alerts. All of that can be found in the video description for the link for the CT Club. Go ahead and check that out. My name's Heidi. This is Crypto Tips. I'll see you guys.